I kind of grew up fishing a lot of my life here in New Mexico, fishing a lot around here in the Chama area, and I really found myself very connected deeply with fly fishing post-combat. When I first got out, I found fly fishing, and it was something for me to aspire to be great at and get into, and something that I could do by myself or out here with other people as well. Something to take me into beautiful places like this in the wilderness. I found a very intimate connection with being out here in the wild and chasing these beautiful fish on such a tricky way in the fly world. So a few years ago, man, I decided that this is all I wanted to do with my life, and so I went for it with everything I had, and I ended up moving to Montana and did my rookie season guiding in Montana, and then came back down here and started guiding for the real life in Santa Fe. And so just living the dream since then, man, no complaints. We exist at AWOL Angler to provide that opportunity for combat veterans who may be having a hard time reintegrating back into society or finding that purpose and that peace and drive in life. And we give them that opportunity to come out here and engage with the wilderness and the river and get involved with it. And so most of who we're trying to reach out to and help are combat veterans that are just kind of not on a path that they know what they want to do yet, or maybe they're looking for that spark or something to do. And that's kind of what we exist for.
When I met Wes, he was in bad shape himself. He had a lot of past traumatic experience. He's been blown up, and a lot of things that sometimes he talks about, sometimes he doesn't. But he and I've talked about it a lot. And fly fishing saved his life, and it has really given him a whole different perception of a way to live life. To watch what it's done for him, and for us to put together a plan and an idea for a nonprofit to do the same for others would have maybe seemed far-fetched in the beginning, and now that it's up and running, and to watch what it's doing for people, like I said, it's just great to be a part of.
I think the big allure for especially combat veterans, coming out to the wilderness is that I think we find something very familiar when we're out here. We're always kind of on that edge, and when you're in the wilderness and you're interacting with scenarios like this living river, changing, it's such a present-minded scenario to be out here. There's so much more than just catching fish here. This is really something that we study and get a very intimate relationship with rivers. And I think what pulls a lot of veterans out to the wilderness is it's the only place that feels as wild as we are. After what we've gone through and done in combat, in our civilian lives here, maybe we don't always feel that challenged. And I think that coming out to the wilderness like this really presents the opportunity to be so present-minded in what they're doing, that we like to think that we're creating the opportunity for them to fall in love with something like this, that they can go and do and go back to their homes and with their friends and their boys from the military and their little group and really share this with people. And who knows, they might find themselves connected to it as well. And you can go anywhere in the world and do this. It's a life of chasing this kind of a dream.